Hi, ma'am.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, ma'am.
Welcome to join my class. If you are watching my live class at this time, you are welcome. Stay tuned and watch and learn wherever you are right now. And if you already received join the class at this time, we are live. If you receive the message, check your phones. Your class time is 8:30 live, but I usually expect students to join the class at 8:15 to 8:30. So we all are ready to start our class. So let's see, I am coming back. We are live now, everyone, just for your information. And if you are new in this class today, I just want you to just tell me your name and just tell me if you are a student or if you are professional or housewife or any, whatever you are, just tell me very briefly. Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Sharmin from Bangladesh.
Yes,
I'm professional.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Sharmin. And you are mom or just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I'm mom.
Okay.
This is my daughter. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Good to see you. Okay. So, so we have Sharmin and Abu Sachin. Sachin. Hello, Sachin.
Hello, ma'am. Good.
Yes. So, Sachin, tell me about yourself. Brief introduction, please.
My name is Sachin Bola. I am from Almora, and my hobbies are reading books and
Are you a student?
no, ma'am.
So you work?
Not. I am preparing for government job.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay. So who remember if you were here last week, then you like Monday, if you were here on Monday, then you know what we were learning and we didn't finish our story. But if you were not here, did you watch the Monday's lesson? Did you watch
Yes,
it?
Yes,
You
I
did?
watched the story about Elizabeth. I think.
Okay. So can you tell us what did you learn from that? What was the story? Can you summarize it briefly, please?
I
Sachin,
didn't. Yes, ma'am.
can you briefly tell me about the story?
I don't read the whole story, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So you just fast forward it?
No, ma'am. Fast forward only 2-3 slides. I was able to read.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. We even read the whole story, so it was incompleted. Okay, anyone who wants to tell them the beginning and just to summarize it. See, when I say summarize, then you are just saying who is the story about and what did happen there in the story. So who wants to tell me?
Can I do?
Yes, sure. And all
So the last,
please mute yourself. Yes.
the last Monday we read a story about four sister and a parents and a poor family. There is a author whose name is Elizabeth, and she has a three sister, and she tells about that how did their family help to a poor family. She told about the New Year. How did they help to a poor family where there was in a poor family there is a father who has passed away and a son and the mother and some children. and the poor children went to the author home, and he asked to the help from the author's parents, and the author parents, especially the mother, went to the poor boy home, and they helped them. And it was just story that how did they help to a poor family. And there was a one more thing that when they were helping the mother, when the parents of the family was helping to the poor family, then the mother wanted to give the breakfast of their to the poor children. So before giving their breakfast to the poor children, she asked to her children, did they want to give their breakfast to the poor children.
Mhm. Right. So, Shivam, when you are saying, don't say author, because I know it's a first person's point of view story, but you're going to find it at the end that it's, I mean, even when it's say I, in story, you can make the stories like that. You can pretend that you are a person in the story, right? But when you talk about the non-fiction stuff, then you say, yes, the author, because that is for sure, that's who wrote the news or in the science article or the social study, right? But when it's story, like we talk about stories, it's not always the case that the author is in the story, right? Sometimes we just pretend. So for example, I wrote this story, so I am not Elizabeth. You know what I mean? Yes. Okay. So here, good, excellent. And now let's move on and go back to the story. I am going to share it with you and then we will read. So one more question. How many of you have your notebooks and pen or pencil? How many of you have your notebooks, pen or pencil?
I have, ma'am.
You have it. Okay. It's a good
I
practice.
have it, ma'am.
It's
I
a good,
have also.
yes, good. It's a good practice, guys, because when we talk, you can write down the key points or even the characters names, right? Or some of the words which you don't know, just can note down, because when you speak, it will help you, right? So it's a good practice to keep notebook and pencil with you. So let's share the story. Hey, when I say these things, do you feel like I'm a strict teacher or something?
No, ma'am.
Not at all, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay.
In fact, you are very polite to us, ma'am.
Okay. अगली बार डंडा लेके आऊंगी, ठीक है? संदीप.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am, sure.
So here, so this is the story. We're gonna just read it very quickly. Sandeep, read this page and then briefly we're gonna move on. Okay, read it.
Okay, ma'am. Hi, I want to share the one incident that I will never forget. This incident was of my childhood when I was 8 years old. In the harsh winter season, when the snow was sitting outside for many days, the temperature was -1. My sisters and I were the luckiest girls because my family had a cozy and comfortable house to live in and enough food to eat. I had my papa, mama, and three sisters, Jenny, Beth, and May. On January 1st, after sleeping in our cozy beds for long hours in the dark winter night, we woke up a little late in the New Year's morning. My mama and papa used to wake up early morning before us to do the house chores.
Chores. Okay, so chores.
Okay, ma'am, chores.
घर के काम. Is there any
Chores.
word anyone need to know if you didn't understand something? Anyone? Any word? So
Cozy.
this
See,
is, huh?
what is the meaning of cozy?
कोजी कहाँ हो आप इस टाइम? कोजी क्या है, कौन बताएगा भाई?
Cozy and comfortable.
Yes, what do you think? जो ये जो sentence, when you are reading it, what do you think in your language?
Easy.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What is chores means?
Chore means काम, घर के काम, like cleaning,
Domestic works.
washing, cooking. All these are chores. आप क्या कहते हो? जैसे घर के काम नहीं कहते करते, घर के काम, उसको क्या कहते हो घर में जो काम करते हो? इंडियन इंग्लिश में क्या बोलोगे?
Household works, ma'am.
Household work. Okay. So actually, जो specific word है वो है chores.
Yes, ma'am. That's the thing.
House chores. Dusting, washing, cooking, जो भी घर के काम करते हो वो है house chores.
House chores means.
Oh,
I
chores,
learned
yeah.
a new word.
Okay. So it's so what kind of weather is there, guys?
Ma'am, our weather is too cool here.
Yes, cold here in this story, right? Harsh
Yes,
winter,
ma'am.
harsh winter, kadake ki thand, harsh winter,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Yes. Okay. This girl is saying that they are living comfortable life, right? They are living comfortable life. They have everything. They have enough food to eat. They have a well, a good house and comfortable clothing and everything. They have everything what someone wants, right? That's what she. Now, because we already started this story, if you want more detail, then you need to watch my Monday's lesson 12. I am not going to spend a lot of time on this because we already finished this 3-4 slides, right? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Let's see. The next one is, who is this girl? I forgot your name. Do you want to read this screen? Go ahead. Her name. I cannot see this. Yes.
Did you mean by my mom?
Charmin, go ahead, read it.
Can I read it?
Sure.
My 3 sisters and I came downstairs into the dining room to eat breakfast around 9 a.m. My mother was not there. We found our father sitting alone in the dining room. Look outside through the window. Happy New Year, Papa. Where is the mother? We cried. A little boy came begging and said his family was starving at home. They needed help, so your mother went to see them. We were about to eat our breakfast. My mother came into the dining room as Papa spoke. She looked very cold and said, "Children, don't begin till you hear what I have to say," she cried. We sat there staring at her, with the breakfast untouched before us. My papa stopped eating his breakfast too.
Okay, so thank you for reading. Vana, I don't know. Whatever the numbers I have, I send the message to everyone. So I don't know right now why you didn't receive my link. So anyways, so guys, so what happened here, Charmaine? Can you tell me, just wait. Okay, okay. Be on time, people. Many of you are, okay. Who can tell me briefly what happened on this slide? Come on, what was going on? Anyone wants to talk about? What did we read? Any information you remember? Who came to their home? Who came to their home?
A poor boy, ma'am.
Yes, a poor boy, a needy boy, right? Okay, Guys, if you join the class, you need to keep yourself muted because it's a lot of disturbance at your side. Okay, so again, if you want more detail about this, that the boy came, he's needy, he needs help, right? So that's why he came and he asked for help. What kind of help he's looking for? What he said?
Ma'am, he and his family were starving, so they
Okay.
need food.
Yeah, I want Dika. Hello, who is Dika? Am I saying your name correctly, please? Dika. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are correct. My name is Dika.
Okay. Were you here when Charmaine read the slide? You were here. You just
Just
came in?
no, ma'am. I heard only the last point,
Okay. So
last sentences. Only I heard, so I was not from the beginning.
okay. Ramesh Bhagat. Hello, Ramesh Bhagat. Hello. Akhtar Ali Wazir. You were here. Or did you watch my video on Monday's lesson? We started this story on Monday. No? Unmute. Unmute, please.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me chance for speaking.
Please, my question is, I'm sorry, I'm not rude, but please stick with the topic. Okay? Stick
Yeah,
with
ma'am.
the topic. My question is, did you watch the video and do you know anything about the story what we were reading? We started this last Monday.
Ma'am, actually, I'm coming just for 2 days for my home village. So in my home village, not have an internet package connection.
Okay, we can move on to the next screen then. So here, guys, so let me share the screen again. Guys, please, I am not rude, but I just want everyone to stick with the topic. Okay, stick with the topic what we are practicing right now. So here, the girl is saying that when they woke up in the morning time and they came downstairs, they didn't see her mother, right? They didn't see their mother. Dad was there, but mother was not there. So they asked father, like, where is the mother? And father told them. So I am summarizing it. I'm just teaching you how you can summarize it. So father told them that there was a boy asked for help. So mother went with him. Okay? That's what it is. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Shivam, read quickly, please. And then let's move on to the next part. Yes, please.
Yeah. Can I start?
Yes, please.
What happened, Mama? My sister Beth asked. Not far away from here lives a poor woman with a newborn baby. She has 6 little children, and they all were huddled into one bed to keep from freezing. Their father passed away a few months ago. They don't have the fire, food, and warm clothes. There is nothing to eat at their home. The oldest boy came here early morning to tell me that they all were starving on this bitterly cold day. My little girls, will you give them your breakfast as a New Year's gift?
So, mute yourself, please. If you are not speaking, please keep yourself muted. Please. Okay, there's so much disturbance. Now, I have a question. Who is
Ma'am,
Agat? Please. Bhagat, mute.
ma'am, may I read this paragraph?
Okay, who is this? You want to read it again? You mean the same screen? You want to read it?
Akhtar Ali Wazir, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, okay, let me tell you, if you are not following the directions, I'm going to remove you from the class. I am telling you, if you can mute yourself, please. Ramesh Bhagat, if you are not contributing, please mute yourself. Understand, we are online. Okay, yes. Sorry about that, guys. So who, Ramesh, you need to stop mute. Okay, yes, go ahead, Mr. I think I should start writing your names because I cannot remember when I am off the screen your names. Okay. Yes, Akhtar Ali Wazir.
Yeah, ma'am.
Do you want to read it or you want to tell me? My question is, who asked the girls about that do not eat breakfast? Who asked them? Who is, please don't eat.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, may I read the paragraph again?
You want to read it?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. Quickly, okay?
Yeah.
Because I just want to, oh my goodness, I have to go back again. I'm sorry about this. Okay, go ahead. Quickly read, please.
Okay, ma'am. What happened, Mama? My sister Beth asked. Not far away from here lives a poor woman with a little newborn baby. She has 6 little children, and they all were
Huddled,
headed, huddled into one bed to keep from freezing. Their father passed away for a few months ago. They don't have the fire, food, and uh, food and warm clothes. There is nothing to eat at their home.
Mhm.
The oldest boy came here early morning to tell me that they are they all were struggling on his bitterly cold day. My little girls, you will give them your breakfast as a New
Yes,
Year's a gift.
right. Okay. So my question is, what does mother want to do? Who can tell me in your words? Don't read it from the screen, please. What does mother
Yeah.
want to do?
Ma'am, their mother wants to give the food to needy people.
Who is the needy person? Who is the needy here?
The poor family, their mother, and she has 60 children.
Right. 6 children, right? And a newborn baby. Why she
And a
needs help?
newborn.
Why she needs help?
Because her husband had passed away.
Right, because her husband passed away a few months ago and there is no one, right, who can work
Yes.
for the family. Yes. Okay. So next one. Shivam, did we cover this one?
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
sure.
we did. Who is the Shivam?
We sat silent for a few minutes and looked at the night.
Shivam, wait, please.
Sorry, ma'am.
Did you read the slide before? Okay, go ahead, read it. That's fine. Mhm. Yes.
We sat silent for a few minutes and
You are breaking. Your voice breaking. Shivam, cannot hear you.
hot creamy wood.
Shivam.
Sorry, ma'am. I think it's a network issue.
Yes, your network problem. Okay, I have here Yuvraj. Yuvraj. Unmute. Unmute yourself, Yuvraj. Hello, Yuvraj. I don't know. Dika Guranj. Go ahead, read it, please. Dika, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am, I'm listening.
Okay, read it. Read this slide, please.
Okay, ma'am. We sat silent for a few
Yes, ma'am.
minutes and looked at the nice hot cereal, creamy milk, fruits, bread and butter. We were brought up like English children and never drank tea or coffee or ate anything but porridge for our breakfast. I wish we would eaten it up or we had. I wish we had eaten it up. I thought, for I was rather a selfish child and very hungry. My mother noticed the expression on my face. Are we ready to share, Elizabeth? My mother asked. I am so glad you came before we began, said my oldest sister, Jenny, cheerfully. May I go and help carry it to the poor little children? Asked my other sister Beth. We had the tenderest heart that ever beat under a pinafore. Pinafore or pinafore?
Pinafore. Okay, yes. Okay, so what happened here? Now, when mother asked them, please don't eat, we need to share the food with a needy family. So what's going on here? What the girls are thinking and what Elizabeth is thinking? Who wants to share in your words? Do not read it from the screen and tell me. I want you to paraphrase it. I want you to tell me in your words. What did you understand about the story so far? On this screen specifically. Yes. So,
Ma'am, may I
anyone?
try?
Other people to try too. Come on, guys. Okay, one thing I want to tell you one more thing, please. I don't know if you watch my videos when I motivate you, but here I am motivating you again. My point is you all are on different levels, okay? And some of you might be on a beginning level for speaking. You might know more English, but you are not freely able to express it orally, right? बोल नहीं सकते आप, but आपकी understanding है. There are some students here, they understand well, they read well, they can express in a good way. So my point is you all are on different levels. आपके level बहुत different है. Please do not hesitate. उनके लेवल के बारे में मत सोचो, अपने बारे में सोचो. अब आप जितना भी contribute कर सकते हो, try to do your best. I'm not expecting to tell me in a detail, right? I just want even at least you learn something. If you learned any new words from here, or if you are able to use very simple sentences and short sentences, you should try it. कि क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? So mother, so all these daughters, the sisters, right? What they are thinking? What's going on? क्या हो रहा है? Are they ready to help?
Yes, they are ready to help.
They are
Yes.
ready to help. Yes. And
They are ready to help.
something Elizabeth was thinking little differently. What was that? What she was thinking in her mind?
Ma'am, she wants to eat that food and she doesn't want to leave it at all. But
She was just
her,
thinking, oh, I wish I had already eaten it, right? So वो उसके
Yes,
mom
ma'am.
के आने से पहले I had finished it. So, you know, yeah, because it was morning, everyone was hungry, so they wanted to eat it. But then mother said, no, don't eat it. We need to help. You have to stop here. We have to help the family, right? So, but all sisters are thinking differently, right? Who is the most generous one in the family? In the sisters. I'm not talking about mom and dad. I'm talking only about the
ma'am,
sister.
Jenny.
And
First Jenny and second Beth.
That's okay. So they both are more generous as compared to who?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, because Elizabeth is thinking selfishly, right? She's
Yes,
thinking
ma'am.
selfishly because she was thinking, oh, I wish I had already eaten it, right? So that was, but the other sisters were like, oh, that's so good. We want to help. Can I? And they were like, they were so excited, like, Mom, can I do this? Can I help you? Can I pick this up and take it? Like, so they are so excited. Put yourself in that same situation. What do you think? If you were one of the sister or a brother in that family, what do you think how you would have reacted? Anyone wants to share? Make a connection with your life. Yes.
To be
Deepa.
honest, ma'am, because I'm really fond of eating, so I hardly, think it, but I would like to give my food to needy because they need it much.
Right. Yes. Okay. So sharing, like you are a foodie person, but at the
Yes,
same
ma'am.
time, you like to share too, right? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Anyone? Is there anyone else who wants to share there? And that's the honest answer. Yes, Charmin. Yes. Guys, there is a hand. When you look at all these, there is a hand. You can raise your hand if you want to answer, okay? Yes.
Yeah, I like to answer that to be honest. In the story, I learned to be honest, and I like to be honest too.
So what do you think if it was you or one of the sister, how would you have reacted if your mom came and say, oh, don't eat. We have someone outside. We want to share with them. So what do you think? What you
I
going to say?
just give them the all of food. That's all.
You will give all? No, I'm not going to give all. I will share. I also want to eat, right? So,
Yeah, I will share that to be honest.
right. Yes. Okay, good. Okay,
I
anyone?
like Beth and Jenny.
Huh? Okay, guys. Sumar, Sachin, RK, Nayab, Dika, Muhammad Usama Awan, Babul, Akhtar Ali, Sachin, Tilak Rawal, please. और भी कोई बोलो. Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
डरो नहीं, कुछ तो बोलो. अपनी
Yes,
language में
ma'am.
बोलो, then we will translate here. Come on. Share. What do you think? आपको क्या लगता है? आप share करोगे अख्तर अली वजीर? Why you are laughing?
मैम आपने कहा था कि अपनी लैंग्वेज में ट्रांसलेट कर दे. हमारी आवर लैंग्वेज इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट.
Not so.
Pashto is a very difficult language because it is the language of evil.
No. My point is, you speak Urdu too, right? You understand Urdu?
Yeah, I understand Urdu because
Say it in Urdu. Say it in Urdu, then we will translate it right here. Come on, say it. What do you think?
Ma'am, in English I will try say something.
Yes, sure.
Ma'am, if I have a food, so I'm eaten. So secondly, ma'am, I'm hesitate because I'm not.
Stop sending that message to your brain that you cannot do it. Come on, do it. You can do it. Come on.
Ma'am, my English is very broken because I have broke all the part of English.
Oh, come on. I wish I have a magic wand which I can just touch from here on the internet and you guys start speaking, right? Come on, please stop sending this message to your brain that you cannot do it. And you were doing fine. You were just speaking fine. It's okay to make mistakes. It's not crime to make mistakes. Come on.
Because
wait.
my other brother and sister laughing at me.
Okay, okay. Akhtar Ali Wazir. So you said you like food? And if
Yeah.
someone comes to your door and asks for help, my question is, do you think you will help or you will say, no, go?
Yeah, ma'am. Definitely. I help them.
Okay, so you like to share. That's my
Yeah.
point. Okay, thank you. Yuvraj, what do you think?
I will share.
You will share. Okay, good.
Yes.
So you mean pretty much everyone here is kind of like a person who thinks that if someone is needy, then you are ready to help, right? Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's move on to the next screen. And the next one is, and again, guys, if you want to go through this in detail, then you have to watch my Monday's lesson, because on last Monday, we read this story and we talked about it in detail. Okay, so we are moving forward on the next screen, and I am going to share my, there are so many screens. I have a live streaming also. Okay, so okay, here, now yes. So Shivam, we didn't read this part, right? So we are starting from this part now. Okay, Yuvraj, read the
Yes,
screen.
ma'am.
Go ahead, read.
Same. This is story. Same story again. Second story, ma'am.
We didn't finish it last time. हमने start की थी Monday को story, हमने finish नहीं की, अब हम finish कर रहे हैं, complete नहीं की थी.
वही है ना? Okay.
Yes.
Same. Okay, ma'am. I will tell. I can carry the bread and butter, and I can give my boats, my herds,
Hats,
and some boy to
Twice.
send twice to said my little sister, do
me,
you want to give the thing that you love to most? I asked it was unbelievable to me. Yes, why not? I see said proudly,
Mhm.
and I shall take all the parade.
Yuvraj, say,
Yes, ma'am.
forage.
Forage.
Yes, forage. Forage.
Yes.
Forage.
Ah,
Two-
forage. Yes, I brushed in healthily, ashamed of my first feelings. You should help me to pick up all those things. We all drops off these things and their place, and when we come back, we will get something to eat. Sighed mother, beginning to please.
Pile.
Please.
Pile.
Pile.
beginning to pile. Yes, ma'am. The bread and butter into big bricks.
Basket.
Basket.
Okay.
Yes.
So is there any word you didn't understand so far on
Yes,
this?
ma'am.
Anyone? I'm asking everyone. Okay.
Ma'am, what does the bust mean?
What? What?
Bust, ma'am.
Bust. Oh,
Bust.
okay. Okay. I will tell you.
Bust.
Can I first just read one time, and please, if you can go back and review it and read it along with me, so have a good pronunciation, that will be very helpful to you, but not right now. Later on, you can review this video and read it. I can carry the bread and butter and I can give my boots, my hats, and some toys too, said my little sister May. Now, when you speak in dialogues, you say, I can carry the bread and butter. I can give my boots, my hats, and some toys too, said my little sister May. So, इस तरह से आप बात करते हो ना, because she is a little and she's so excited. Do you want to give the things that you love the most? I asked. It was unbelievable to me, right? So, do you want to give the things that you love the most? वो उससे कह रही तू तो इन चीजों को इतना प्यार करती है. You want to give your stuff away, right? It's unbelievable. Now, my question. Unbelievable में मुझे थोड़ा सा let's talk about the जो suffix and prefixes vocabulary में आते हैं. Which one is the base word in this? Base word कौन सा है इसमें?
Ma'am,
Believe.
may I?
Yes.
Believe.
Believe. Excellent. Believe is the base word, right? And what is un? Un is a
Prefix.
prefix. What does un mean?
Without.
Un means no. Not.
Not. Yes.
Okay. Able. What is able means?
Capability.
Yes.
Ability.
Yes, ma'am.
Unbelievable. ये तो मैं विश्वास ही नहीं कर सकती कि मेरी सिस्टर जो अपनी चीजों को इतना प्यार करती है, and she is saying that she can just give her stuff away, right? Yes, yes. Why not? She said proudly, right? Because she wants to help. And I shall take all the porridge. I burst in. Burst in means कि मैंने भी अपनी contribution डाल दी, कि मैं भी बीच में बोली. क्यों वो बोल रही है Elizabeth? Because she was in the beginning, she was what? Selfish.
Shellfish, ma'am.
Right? But now when she noticed her sisters are so excited, they all are ready to help. Even her little sister, जो सबसे छोटी है, वो भी कह रही है कि वो अपने boots भी दे देगी, अपनी hats भी दे देगी, अपने toys भी दे देगी, because वहां पे बच्चे हैं. तो वो कह रही है कि do you want to give the things that you love the most? और उसको realize हुआ, Elizabeth को क्या हुआ? Guilt हुआ, right? कि मैं नहीं help कर रही. तो she burst in. तो उसको लगा नहीं मुझे भी करनी चाहिए. Burst in means कि उसने भी अपना contribution कि मैं भी करती हूँ. So heartily ashamed of my first feeling. अंदर क्या महसूस कर रही है? Heartily वो क्या महसूस कर रही है? Ashamed. शर्म आ रही है उसको, right?
Ashamed.
इस चीज पे ashamed कर रही है वो.
Because she was a little bit selfish.
Yes. You should help me to pick up all these things. We will drop off the things at their place. Their place. Whose place? कौन है यहाँ पे there?
Needy people, ma'am.
Needy people.
Needy people.
Poor family.
Boy and his family, right? And when we come back, will, right? You know this is a contraction of we will.
Poor boy.
Get something to eat, said mother. Beginning to pile the bread. You know what is pile means?
No.
Anyone?
Collect.
It means to collect.
दूसरे के ऊपर रखना. Pile means किसी
Yes.
चीजों को आप एक दूसरे के जैसे ये पेपर हो तो आप यू आर जस्ट मेकिंग अ पायल, एक दूसरे के ऊपर रख, पायल ऑफ बुक्स, जैसे बुक्स एक दूसरे के ऊपर रख रहे हो, है ना, उसको कहते हैं पायल. So pile the bread and butter into a big basket. वो रखने लगे एक दूसरे के ऊपर.
Yes, yes.
Any question here? Any question?
No, ma'am. No any question.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Who didn't get a chance to read, please read. If you did not get a chance to read,
May I read this, ma'am? Okay.
Who is this?
May I read?
Who is may I? Can you tell me your name? I cannot see you. Please tell me your
Ma'am,
name.
this is Suman.
Okay, go ahead, Suman. Yes.
Sure, Mama. My sister and I said accidentally.
Excitedly.
Accidentally.
No,
And
Suman.
we
Suman, excitedly.
excitedly. Excitedly.
Excitedly, yes, okay.
And we ran upstairs to our rooms and dressed up in our warm coats, socks, boots, scarves, and hats. We were soon ready to leave, and finally the procession set out. My papa was leading us with breakfast of wood on his one arm and coal on the other. Next, my mother with a bundle of warm things and the teapot. My sister bathed and I cried. A pail of hot porridge and the milk pitcher. Jenny, my other sister, was carrying some cold meat, baked potatoes, and some oatmeal. We also brought our old hats, coats, boots, and quilts. Fortunately, it was early and we went along back streets, so only a few people saw us. No one lodged at the
Left.
left at the funny party.
Right. No one laughed at the funny party. Azhar Hosseini, you need to email me, not email me, sorry, and call on my WhatsApp karo aap mujhe if you want my number. Okay. If you want a Zoom ID for next class, because I don't think so. I think you are pretty late to join this class, but you can WhatsApp me on this number. I just posted the link number again. Okay, so let me go back to the screen again. So what's here? Is someone joining my class right now? Okay, so I'm gonna read one time. So just again for some of the words, if you are mispronouncing or pronouncing it a little differently, then you can correct your pronunciation. Sure, Mama, my sister and I said excitedly, and we ran upstairs to our rooms and dressed up in our warm coats, socks, boots, scarves, and hats. We were soon ready to leave, and finally the procession set out. What is ye kaun sa procession? What does that mean?
The food.
No,
Procession set out.
Group of people.
group of people.
तो अपने आप को कह रही है पूरी फौज जैसे चल पड़ी, right? जुलूस चल पड़ा सारे, because we
Yes,
all
ma'am.
holding stuff in our hands, right? My papa was leading us with a basket of wood on his one arm, on the other. Please mute. Pole on the other. Next, my mother with the bundle of warm things and the teapot. My sister Beth and I carried a pail of hot porridge and the milk pitcher. पिक्चर होता है जैसे जग जिसको कहते हो आप इंडिया में, जग कहते हो पिक्चर.
I think घड़ा.
पिक्चर इज, यहाँ पे हम अमेरिका में तो पिक्चर जो जग जिसको हम इंडिया में जग कहते हैं, दैट्स अ पिक्चर हियर.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So, yes, Jenny, my other sister, was carrying some cold meat, a bag of potatoes, and some oatmeal. We also brought our old hats, coats, boots, and quilts. अब अमेरिका में quilts को comforts कहते हैं, मैं आपको बता दूं. So मैंने quilt रखा यहाँ पे because मुझे था कि आपको थोड़ा होगा कि ये, but American English is comforts and in British. Fortunately, it was early and we went along back streets. So only a few people saw us. No one laughed at a funny party. So वो अपने आप को क्या बता रही है, कभी कह रही है procession चल पड़ा, funny party चल पड़ी, no one is watching us. Why? She was feeling what? What she was feeling?
Ma'am, she was feeling something embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because no one would like to enjoy their New Year party with a poor family, but they were doing so.
Right. Invalid ID, Azhar Hussaini. I don't know if you received my Zoom link. Then there is a password and ID. Make sure you are entering the number correctly. If you already have the link from me, I don't know. Okay, I don't know which ID you are telling me. I'm sorry, guys. At the same time, I was reading the messages also in live chat. Okay, so she is. So they all are. They are happy, right? And they ran upstairs. They got dressed like quickly. So they came and they all are carrying something. Each one of them is carrying something. So they can take that stuff to where they are going, where they are heading to.
Going to poor boy's family.
Right, going to that boy's family who came early morning and asked for help, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the things they are carrying? Some of the things, if you can tell me, without looking at it now.
They
Let's
are
talk.
carrying porridge or
Warm wood, coal,
cloth,
and hot milk,
Hot milk,
porridge,
potatoes,
quilt.
and hot meat.
yes, cold meat,
meat,
yes.
potatoes,
Yes, potatoes, bag of potatoes, right?
And hat,
Yes.
quilts,
Scarves, boots, hats,
scarves,
boots, socks,
Yes,
socks.
Boot, hat, socks.
coat, quilt.
I have a question. Socks, अगर ज़्यादा सारी socks हैं तो उनको क्या कहोगे? Plural क्या है socks का?
Socks.
Yes, last.
Socks ही रहेंगी, उसका plural कोई ऐसा नहीं होता, right?
Last में yes रहेगा बस.
हाँ,
नहीं, नहीं.
socks का plural socks है, उसका कोई change नहीं होता है, right? So socks का socks ही रहेगा, coat का coats हो जाएगा.
Coats.
अब scarf का क्या हुआ? Scarf, एक होता है scarf, SCAR.
Yes, ma'am.
उसको plural करोगे तो क्या होता है?
Scarves, VES.
Yes, VES. पता नहीं मेरे पास यहाँ पे कोई पेन है. Yes, जैसे कि knives, right?
Knives. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Plural में क्या?
Yes.
So there are so many rules when you make plurals, right? Plural nouns, more than one, right? Okay.
Right.
तो वो सारी चीजें लेके जा रही हैं. How they are feeling? How everyone? Oh, Elizabeth, especially what she is feeling, what she's thinking, what's going on? Come on, Shiva.
For her, it's a kind of strange thing.
Okay, Shivam, contribute. Guys, you all please raise your hand and contribute.
She is
Yeah.
okay, feeling hesitated.
Yes, she's feeling, yes.
He might be.
You are carrying all that stuff and walking through your like street, up wherever you are, how are you gonna feel, right? Maybe some of you are gonna feel proud that everyone's gonna say, "Oh, where are you going? Why are you carrying all these things? Oh, we are going to help poor guy." But in this case, these girls are not feeling good that way. They're like, we were just like, oh, I was like, I'm very thankful. We were just going because this family, think about it, they want to help, but they do not want that other people can even see them. So they want to help how? Secretly.
Secretly.
Right? They don't want, okay, if they are helping, then everyone's, oh, they help this family, right? They don't want. She said, I don't want. We were just like, okay, early morning, no one's gonna see us. And okay. So anyone wants to say anything about it? Anyone wants to make connection? If there is any incident happen in your life where you help someone secretly or anything, and help could be in any manner. It's not always with the stuff, it's not always with the money, right? So help could be in any way. Like for example, if you are even helping an old person to cross the street, that is also help.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I?
Huh? Hello. Yes.
Can I contribute?
Yeah, sure.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Shivam? No, I don't know. Shivam, what happened to your connection today? Hello? Shivam?
yeah, ma'am.
No, I can't hear you at all. Okay. So, Nayab Saghir, am I saying your name correctly?
Yes,
am.
ma'am.
Yes. So what do you think? Is there any incident occurred in your life where you think you help someone in any manner?
No.
Not really. Okay. Okay. So let's move on to the next screen and then we will talk. So I'm gonna share the next screen and then we will move on. Let's finish the story and then okay. Who is my next reader? If you did not get a chance to read, you can read now. If you did not get a chance to read, you can read now.
Ma'am, I read now.
Sure. Yes.
What a poor bear. Miserable place it was, old, very small noise, with broken windows, no fire, raised cloth, a willing baby, sick mother and pile of pale, hungry children cuddled under one coil trying to keep warm. The big eyes stared, and the blue lips smiled as we came in. Oh, my Lord, it is the good angels that come to us, cried the poor woman with tears of joy. Funny angels, the woolen hats and red mittens, said I, and they all laughed.
Yes. What a poor, bare, miserable place it was. So she is describing what? What she's
Poor
describing?
family. About the poor family.
House condition.
Poverty.
Yes, how that place. What? Which place?
The poor boy's
Their
Poor
house.
boy.
House. Yes, that poor boy's house. So old, very small house with broken windows, no fire, ragged clothes. What is ragged clothes mean?
torn clothes. But
Ah,
torn.
कट
purane
फटे
kapde.
कपड़े
Right,
कटे फटे
ragged purane, ragged clothes. A wailing baby, sick mother, and a pile of pale, hungry children cuddled under one quilt, trying to keep warm. Big
मैम
eyes
what does the mean
stared, right? Wait a minute, please. Big eyes stared, and the blue lips smiled as we came in. Who are the blue lips here? Who? What does that mean? The blue lips. Why is she saying blue lips? Who can tell me? Why she's saying blue lips?
Because of the hunger they are feeling, condition is very bad. The children's
Huh?
hungry, I think the hungry children's.
Yeah. So no, blue lips होते हैं जब ठंड बहुत ज्यादा होती
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
yes
है.
ma'am.
Lips
Yes,
जो है ठंड से blue हो जाते हैं, right? So wailing baby, wail का मतलब होता है चीखना, चिल्लाना, रोना, right? Wailing.
Okay.
Wailing baby, जो बेबी है वो ठंड में है, छोटा सा बच्चा है, घर में फायर नहीं है, फटे पुराने कपड़े हैं, right? Mother sick है, right? So a pile of pale hungry children है, पीले पड़े हुए उनके रंग, वो भूखे हैं, and under one quilt, एक ही रजाई है उनके पास, right? Trying to keep warm, वो एक ही रजाई सारे खींच रहे हैं, अपने आप को वार्म करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, right? The big eyes stared and the blue lips smiled as we came in. Big eyes stared. बड़ी आंखें देख रही थी हमें, और उनके lips थे वो क्या थे? Blue थे, right?
Blue.
And they smiled when we came in. Why they smiled?
Because they have
Because
brought
they
something
looked at
for
the food.
Right. Oh
Because
my
they
God.
food and lot.
Good angels that come to us, cried the poor woman with tears of joy. Funny angels in woolen hats and red mittens, said I, and they all laughed. So, mother ne kya kaha? Oh my Lord, it's the good angels that come to us. के परियां आई हैं, right? Angels आई हैं हमारे घर में, right? जैसे उनके लिए तो वो angels ही हैं ना, because they
Yes.
are here to save their life, right? So what I said, funny angels in a woolen hats and red mittens. So ये जो angels हैं वो funny हैं, ये लड़कियां शरारती हैं, लड़कियां तो हैं ना, teenager. Okay. Next one, who didn't get a chance to read, please go ahead and read.
Okay, I
Sachin.
want to read.
Is there anyone here did not read and is scared to read because you think you are not a good
Sachin.
reader? आप ये सोचते हो कि आप अच्छी तरह रीड नहीं कर सकते? Yes, नायाब, go ahead.
Sachin.
सचिन मैं अभी नेक्स्ट आपको टर्न दूंगी. एक पैराग्राफ बोले नायाब, and then next सचिन. Go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. My papa made a splendid fire in the old fireplace and covered the broken window with his coats. Mama set the shivering children around the fire, wrapped the poor woman in warm clothes, and gave her a little massage. Beth, Jenny, and I put the food on the table. We fed the starving little ones. We finished almost all our work there in 1 hour. Yes, one
Okay.
paragraph.
So who's the next person? Please go ahead and
Yes,
read.
Sachin बोल रहा हूँ. It was fun starving and feeding the helpless widow and her little ones. It's so delicious, so nice. You are angel kinder. Cried
Kinder.
poor, cried her, cried the poor things as they ate and smiled. No one called us angels before, and we thought it was very charming, especially I. who had often been told I was a regular girl.
Right. Okay. So my papa made a splendid fire in an old fireplace and covered the broken window with his coat. So this family, they don't have fire. So Papa, he just made the fire, right? Fireplace में उसने fire लगाई वहाँ पे घर को गर्म करने के लिए. Mama set the shivering children around the fire. Set करना means बिठा दिया उसने कि यहाँ बैठ जाओ. Set the children. Wrapped the poor woman in warm clothes. Wrapped. किसी को कपड़े मतलब wrap करना, right?
जी.
Wrap करना या blanket से wrap करना. And gave her a little massage. That Jenny and I put the food on the table. Put the food on the table. खाना table
Yes.
पे लगा दिया.
रख दिया.
We fed the starving little ones. अब fed the starving little ones means छोटे जो बच्चे हैं उनको क्या किया? Hungry थे. Starving means भूख से जो क्या
Give
कर रहे थे?
food.
तड़प रहे थे. Starving means भूख से तड़पना, right?
ढाल.
तो उनको खाना खिलाया, fed. We finished almost all our work there in 1 hour. It was fun serving and feeding the helpless widow and her little ones. Little ones means children, right?
Children.
It's so delicious. It's so delicious. So nice. These are all what? Excitements, right? इसको आप अब जब आप 4 टाइप के सेंटेंसेस सीखते हो, जो स्टेटमेंट सेंटेंस, क्वेश्चन सेंटेंसेस, जिसको आप इंक्वायरी इंटरोगेटिव भी कहते हो, राइट? एंड ये जो है ये कौन से हैं? एक्सक्लेमेटरी एक्सप्रेशंस दिए जा रहे हैं. सो डिलीशियस. ये लास्ट साइन होता है, ये एक्सक्लेमेटरी का साइन आता है. मैं आपको बताती रहती हूँ काफी बार, जिससे कि आप ये सारे स्किल्स जो हैं वो रीडिंग में सीखो. So nice. You are angels. Kinder. Kinder का क्या मतलब है? Kind hearted. जिनका दिल बड़ा है, right?
नरम.
हाँ, नरम दिल. Cried the poor things. अब poor things कौन है?
Children.
हाँ.
Children.
As they ate and smiled. So वो खा भी रहे हैं और खुश
खुश भी हो रहे हैं.
No one called us angels before, and we thought it very charming, especially I, who had often been told I was a regular girl, right? So किसी ने कभी angel कहा ही नहीं. I was a regular girl, but आज मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है because किसी ने मुझे कहा. Now, next one. Who is my next person? Did not get a chance to read. Go ahead, please read. Everyone.
मैम रेगुलर गर्ल क्या मतलब क्या होता है?
कौन सा?
रेगुलर गर्ल का मतलब
पिछली स्क्रीन पे है कुछ?
Yes, ma'am. Regular girl. He's asking about regular girl.
Regular girl means के okay, regular क्या है?
Normal.
आम सी लड़की हूँ मैं.
आम सी लड़की.
स्पेशल क्वालिटी नहीं है मुझे किस आम मतलब, क्योंकि देखो थोड़ा सा अभी go back to the story and think about it, because
yes,
one who was thinking I wished I had eaten it, right? Or mom ने उसके expressions पढ़ लिए, and mom was like, are you willing to do this? Are you okay? What you're thinking? So what do you think? The family, they already know her, right? Yes or no? So she's a regular girl. वो उसको कोई ऐसा नहीं है किसी की हेल्प करनी है या ये करना है या वो करना है. She's just a regular girl, but today she's feeling special कि किसी ने angel कहा.
Angel, right?
So ready for the next screen? Okay. Who didn't get a chance to read, please? I still have Tilak Raval, I think did. Sharmin did. Babul, do you want to participate? You want to read? Hello,
yes, ma'am.
Okay, कोशिश करो. पहला paragraph. Yes. And RK, yes, you too. Second one, okay? RK, you will be reading the second paragraph, and Babul will be reading the first one. Yes, Babul. No, Babu. बाबुल आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. बाबुल आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. You are not audible. RK, आप पढ़िए प्लीज फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ. RK.
Papa fed the smallest child with a towel of an apron. Mama dressed the poor little newborn baby as tenderly as if it had been her own. We all talked and laughed with the little children and tried to understand their funny broken English. Jenny gave the mother girl and tea and comforted her with the assurance of better days of all. It was a very happy breakfast, though we didn't get any of it. And when we came home, after leaving them all so comfortable and promised to bring more clothes and food, I think they were not in all the hungry little girls who gave away their breakfast and contented themselves with a bite of bread and some milk of New Year's Day.
Right. So,
Madam, give me just one time.
sorry, say it again.
Madam, give me one chance. Read down.
Sure. Okay, go ahead, read it.
Second part. Second part, madam.
Yes, that's fine.
It was a very happy breakfast. Thought we did not get any of it. And when we came home, after leaving them all up comfortable and promised to bring more clothes and food, I think there were not in all the hungry little girl who gave away their breakfast and content themselves with a bit of bread and some milk of New Year's Day.
Right. Okay, so Papa fed the smallest child. Okay?
Yes.
This singular child, more than one children. You know this, plural and
Yes.
child.
Singular.
कभी भी childs नहीं बोलोगे कभी भी. Child singular, children
Children, plural.
Papa fed the smallest child with a towel for an apron. What does that mean? Towel for an apron. Towel for an apron. So apron नहीं है तो उसकी जगह पे उसने क्या यूज किया? Towel यूज किया, right? Towel for an apron. Okay. Mama dressed the poor little newborn baby as tenderly as if it had been her own. So मामा ने क्या किया? Tenderly means बड़े ही प्यार से, बड़े ही ध्यान से उस बच्चे को, नहीं, ड्रेस अप किया जैसे कि उसका अपना बच्चा है. Right? We all talked and laughed. Laugh है ये word, laugh नहीं होता please.
Okay, laughed
with the children and tried to understand. Excuse me, mute yourself please. Excuse me. Let me see who is not muted. Babul, mute yourself, and Nayab, you too, please. Mute. Thank you. Okay, I am going back to the screen. I'm sorry. So we all talked and laughed with the little children and tried to understand their funny, broken English. Why it's a funny and broken English? Because they are what?
They are very small.
Yeah, they're small children. Think about in your language also, the little children. वो जिसको हिंदी में कहते हो तोतली सी लैंग्वेज में बोलते हैं, राइट? उनकी जो अपनी एक लैंग्वेज होती है, राइट? Okay, so Jenny gave the mother gruel. Gruel means दलिया सा porridge सी बना के, and tea, and comforted her with the assurance of better days for all. ये assurance का क्या मतलब है यहाँ पे? क्या है एश्योरेंस? अपनी लैंग्वेज में सोचो. एश्योरेंस
सहानुभूति देती,
हाँ, दिलासा देना,
गुड
सहानुभूति देना कि कोई नहीं, अच्छे दिन आएंगे, अच्छे दिन आएंगे. मुझे कुछ और याद आ गया. ओके, एनीवेज, ओके, सो यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई मीन कि उन एश्योरेंस किया कि हमेशा टाइम ऐसा नहीं रहता,
ऐसा नहीं होता.
It was a very happy breakfast. Though, this word is though.
Though.
Though. Though. This is a like a signal word जो कि जोड़ता है. Though we didn't get any of it. कि बड़ा अच्छा ब्रेकफास्ट था जबकि हमने तो कुछ भी नहीं खाया. ये कंट्रास्ट है ना वर्ड. तो ये है कंट्रास्ट. अब जैसे आप वो जैसे कॉज एंड इफेक्ट वाला कंट्रास्ट हो गया ना कि हैप्पी है, हमने कुछ भी नहीं खाया. उसके मतलब ऑपोजिट क्या है कि हमने कुछ भी नहीं खाया फिर भी दे वाज वेरी हैप्पी. एंड व्हेन वी केम होम आफ्टर लीविंग देम ऑल सो कंफर्टेबल एंड प्रॉमिस्ड टू ब्रिंग मोर क्लोथ्स एंड फूड. I think there were not in all the hungry little girls who gave away their breakfast and contented themselves with a bit of bread and some milk of New Year Day. वो क्या सोच रही है? I think कि there were not in all, कहीं भी कोई ऐसी लड़कियां नहीं होंगी जो क्या होगा, जो अपना ब्रेकफास्ट दे देंगी न्यू ईयर दिन वाले दिन और फिर भी वो खुश होंगी कि चलो हमने थोड़ी सी ब्रेड और मिल्क ही खा लिया. उसकी साथ भी वो खुश हो जाएंगी, राइट? सो So now you want to see, I wrote this story. I read it from somewhere, some kind of story, but then I made it mine. So this is the way sometime when you read the information from somewhere, you can create in your imagination and you can make your own stories too, right? You have to think out of the box. Now, anyone wants to share? Okay, let me ask you the questions about what do you think, what could this family had done it differently? Okay, so done it differently if they were selfish. Like if this family was selfish, what do you think they would have done it differently? Anyone? जो मेरा क्वेश्चन समझ आ गया आपको? अगर ये फैमिली सेल्फिश होती तो फिर क्या होता, किस तरह से ये सब होता, वो किस तरह सोचती अगर वो फैमिली सेल्फिश होती तो क्या करते वो डिफरेंट?
They would have just ignored the poor boy's request, and they would have enjoyed their new year with happily.
Right.
They wouldn't help the poor boy.
Right.
As in the story, they were very good neighbors. They helped them.
Right, right. So, I mean, yeah, if they were like selfish people, they might didn't even entertain that boy the very first time when he just came in. उन्होंने चल भाग यहाँ से, right? You know what I mean? But they didn't do that. The mom went with this boy, and then mom she just what you say, observed the situation, the boy's family's financial situation and their physical situation, what was happening over there, their living condition, right? She observed their living condition. So they didn't have enough, they didn't have anything to eat. The house was cold, right? There was no food to eat. So she felt so what? How she felt?
Bad.
She felt so what? Empathetic, right? Of course she was sad, but at the same time she felt very empathetic that if my family is in this condition, right, what would happen? you know, the things can happen to anyone. Nothing is guaranteed. We cannot guarantee it like, yeah, whatever I have today, it's going to stay with me forever. You never know. Life, it's life, right? So even there are so many natural disasters occurred in people's life, right? So many people just get stuck. For example, recently कहीं स्नो है तो कोई वहां पे स्टक हो गया, किसी को हो सकती है, कोई अर्थक्वेक्स आ जाते हैं कई बार. सो किसी के साथ कहीं भी कुछ भी हो सकता है, right? Life is so uncertain, the future is so uncertain. So that's the way it is. Like, okay, so what is the moral of this story, guys? Anyone? What is the message in this story? Explain the lesson that you learned. Anyone? I want everyone to share something you, and maybe you used to think it in a different way, but now your thinking is changing, or maybe you always think that way. Be honest, it's okay. We are just learning and we are making the connections with and thinking out of the box. अपने बॉक्स से जरा बाहर निकल के, जरा वो मेमोराइजेशन वाले स्टाइल से निकल के थिंकिंग वाले में आएंगे. बी इंक्वायरर, बी अ थिंकर, बी क्रिएटिव. क्रिएट करना सीखो. So tell me, what do you think? Who wants to start?
Ma'am,
Yes.
I would like to start, ma'am.
Yes.
The lesson which we have learned, that is we should always help to the needy people. But I would like to share one thing, that like when the poor boy knocked the door, they were parents. But what if there were small children? Did they have to that poor boy? Like what if the parents would be sleeping and the children open the door? I think they did not help, because in a realistic way, we see that if there are children, if someone asking to help the children, they think that what can we do? First of all, they would go to the ask their parents. I think it was very fortunate boy that the parents opened the door, not the children. Because in a real life, if any like me, when even now, if any children is asking me help, sometime I thought that just for first ask to parents. So it's about the decision making of the parents.
Right, right. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So you think like it was, luckily the parents opened the door and yes, okay. So sometime you mean sometime the children, they just say, oh, okay, no, go away, right? Like that. They might not gonna entertain the little kids. Yes.
No, like they wanted, but they think that they could not do something.
Right, right. They couldn't do it because they don't have anything, right? Right.
Like whenever I go the road, when I want to help the children, I want to help to the children, and whenever I have if extra money, I try to give them. But like if I don't, I always thought that if I would be earning money, I would help them so much.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Right. Okay. Yes. So good. Who is the next person wants to share any final thoughts about the lesson, or any moral of the story, or if you learned any lesson or anything about the story? Anyone? किसको शेयर करना है? आप अपनी भी थोड़ी सी लैंग्वेज बोल सकते हो, कोई बात नहीं, एक्सप्रेस कीजिए. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज एक्सप्रेस करना. सो इसमें इफ यू वांट टू स्पीक in your
Yes, ma'am. I want to say.
Yes, go ahead, please. Tilak Rawal. Yeah. Who? Sachin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Moral of the story is that we don't have to be selfish every time. We have to see, or we have to try the help to the needy persons.
Yeah, we
We
have to
should
be
not be every time selfish.
empathetic. We need to be more
Empathetic,
empathetic, caring, giving, right?
caring,
Yes, yes.
giving. As we are a social, we live in society, so we should help others also. If we will not help others, they will also not help us
Yeah.
also.
Right.
Time will change. Definitely in this story, that time will never be the same. Time will change.
It could
Every
happen to
anything
yes.
anything happen with anyone. Okay,
Yes.
thank you, ma'am.
Excellent. Okay. Anyone? Anyone else? So, Charmaine, hello, baby girl. Charmaine, baby girl, do you want to contribute? Come on. Come on, Charmaine. You can do it.
My not name is Simon. I'm not Simon.
What's your name?
Moshi.
Say it again.
Moshi.
Spell it.
Moshi.
Oh, Moshi. Moshi. Okay, Moshi, go ahead. Yes, it's your turn now, Moshi.
Yes, I know that to the lesson that not to be selfish with the needy person. When a needy person will need you, you have to help them. Because the society like this, we depend each other, we help each other, and we will live each other. So we live to know that be honest to be. And in the future, you will be honest by people. Estelle.
It's give and take, right? Yes, if we will help others, then we can expect that, yes, because I will say charity starts from home, right? We cannot say, oh, the world is very selfish, this is happening, people are very selfish, this and that. Come on, you can change yourself. If everyone thinks that way and change themselves, then things could have been like in a very, very good place, like the world will be more peaceful. That's what I can say. Yes, excellent, excellent. So who is the next person wants to contribute? Anyone? बोलो, कुछ तो बोलो, कोई भी बोलो भाई, थोड़ा बहुत ही बोलो, जो भी सीखा है, डरो नहीं. Hello, Suman.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you learn any lesson from the story, Suman?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Come on. Yes. Yes. Tilak Raval, are you raising your hand? Tilak Raval. नहीं. Okay. और किसी को कुछ भी contribute करना है तो we have 5 minutes and then I will end this session, please. I will conclude it. Anyone? बोलो.
Yes,
Yuvraj. Go ahead, Yuvraj. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I think that story asking one poor family. Second, no, one rich family gives to help one poor family, two poor family. Totally thinking, I thinking. Short this.
Right. Yes. So one family is helping other family. Yes. So even guys, it doesn't matter how much you have, right? It doesn't matter. आप ये नहीं सोचो ले मेरे पास तो खुद ही इतना थोड़ा मैं क्या करूं, थोड़े से भी थोड़ा किसी की help कर सकते हो. That's what I always say. Even if you have like a 5 rupees or 2 rupees and you see a very needy person and it's an old person or someone, you are, you know, a newborn baby's mother or something like that. Yes. Okay. Yes. Deepak, you are writing me. You left the class. That's okay. When we help needy, we feel much happiness, no matter whether we are benefited or not. Yes. Right. So guys, if you are watching and if you like this lesson, please give me thumbs up. And if you are in the class and when you leave, you please review all this information and it will help you to remember more information and it will help you to practice your skills at the same time. Your all skills. I'm not saying just speaking. Yes, speaking, writing, reading, listening, pronunciation, and creative thinking, creativity, which is very important for language learning or for any skills we improve, right? So, so who is the next person who wants to contribute? Kaun hai ji? Bolo. Kisi ko aur? Anyone? Yuvraj did. Suman, Shivam, you have something to say? If your connection is working now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Ma'am, I was saying that I want to share thing that that sometime people think that when any poor boy, any poor man comes to them and asks the help, they think that is it in really needy? Like lots of time people think that they are not needy. They can whatever we are doing, we are giving them. Like if we give them money, they can misuse the money. Like someone can have the someone can drink the alcohol. Sometimes such type of question also are raised in people mind.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you. Yes. But I will say, like,
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
where you
Yeah.
live, you know your surroundings, you know there are people who are needy, and you know the people, those they are just there, they're begging, it's their profession, right? You can easily identify the people who are beggars and the begging is their profession, and they might gonna go home and as you said, drink and eat chicken. Yeah, you are right too. But there are people who really need help out there. Yes, we can easily uh, identify. We can easily differentiate between the professional beggars and between the people, those they have their own self-respect, but there are some kind of situation, you know, they are in where they need help. Am I right, Shivam? What do you think?
And yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there is a one more thing that like when we go with our parents, like as a child, that like that there is a child who is a 6 7 year old. He's passing through a road and he sees a poor man, and he want to help that poor man, and he asks to his mother, mama, could we help them? But sometimes the people ignore. They said that no, hey, go straight, just walk straight. Like the parents demotivate their children.
Yes, yeah, it happens sometime. Yes. But I mean, same thing again, going back to the same situation as you said, that there are people, those they misuse it because people made it like a profession, right? Begging profession बना लिया. कई लोगों का business है. वो उन बच्चों को वो handicap type बना देते हैं, then they want them to go for begging and they have their own commissions. उनको थोड़े से बहुत कुछ चलता है. Yes, I completely understand and I'm with you. But again, I'm saying yes, parents को, क्योंकि वो parents के उस तरह के experience होते हैं ना. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, but still, I mean, you see, there are people who really need help. Yes, मैं यही
Yes,
कहती
ma'am.
हूँ, जिसको आपको लगता है, ये एक तो जो मांगने वाले हैं उनका प्रोफेशन है, वो आपको पता चल जाता है, राइट? सो मेरे अपने बड़े एक्सपीरियंस हैं, इंडिया में जाओ तो मांगने वालों के बहुत एक्सपीरियंस हैं. बट देखो कई बार होता है, अभी मैं आपको रिसेंटली एक इंसिडेंट हैपेंड टू विद मी, मे बी 2 months ago आई विल से. मैं गई थी किसी स्टोर पे एंड देन आई सॉ ए अरेबिक वुमन. Arabic woman was sitting in harsh cold weather outside and she had a comfort on her, right? तो क्योंकि उसने वो उन्होंने वो हिजाब वगैरह पहना था, तो I was easily identified कि she was Arabic and she was not able to speak in English and she was just sitting there and she had यहाँ पे लोग इस तरह नहीं मांगते. She had a board कि उनके पास फैमिली के पास जॉब नहीं है और उनको घर का रेंट देना है, उनके पास रेंट नहीं है घर के लिए. तो आई वॉज इन रश, मुझे था, मैंने जल्दी से अंदर जाके आई हैड के मैंने आई एम गोइंग टू ग्रैब 2 or 3 थिंग्स फ्रॉम स्टोर एंड देन व्हेन आई विल कम बैक बाय द टाइम आई एम गोना टेक द मनी आउट ऑफ माय वॉलेट एंड आई विल गिव इट टू हर. सो मैं अंदर चले गई, मुझे स्टोर में 10 minutes लगे, मैक्सिमम 10 minutes. व्हेन आई केम लाइक एंड आई टुक द मनी आउट के मैंने $20 निकाल लिए पर्स से कि चलो मैं उसको दे दूंगी, उसको रेंट पे करना है. तो व्हेन आई केम आउट and I saw she was not there. You will not believe it. I felt so bad. I felt so bad and guilty. I was guilty that why I didn't give it to her when I just saw her before I go into the store, right? That I didn't I didn't realize that she's just gonna leave, right? But she left. वो चली गई वहां से. But see, you see that ऐसे लोग अगर कोई बैठा है, she had a self respect, but उसकी मजबूरी थी. वो, you know, she was not a beggar. She was from a very good family, but अब ये कोविड के रीजन से तो बहुत लोग they are in this kind of situation, right? They are not beggars, but they need help.
Yes.
So उस तरह से देखो तो आजकल तो बहुत है. अब न्यूज़पेपर उठा लो, you read so many stories. People don't have food to eat. They are not beggars. They are living in houses. They need support. They don't have it. They have self-respect. They do have a lot of self-respect, but उनकी मजबूरी है, right? उस तरह के लोगों का अगर कोई हेल्प कर सकते हो तो करो. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, again, हर हेल्प जो है फाइनेंशियल नहीं होती हमेशा. Now I'm going to tell you, like my son, for example, if he sees any old person and person who, like, I remember when he was young, like in school, one day we were again in the parking lot and he says like, Mom, I'm just going to be back. I was like, okay. And he saw actually one old person, old woman, a very old woman. She was carrying her grocery, the trolley लेके जा रही थी अपनी गाड़ी में सामान रखने के लिए. तो my son just went there and he helped her, right? तो you know, she was very thankful कि उसने उसका सारा सामान गाड़ी में रखवा दिया. तो ये भी तो एक हेल्प है ना. देखो, कोई पैसे की हेल्प नहीं, वो पैसे की हेल्प नहीं है, वो हेल्प है. अब मैं आपको एक इंसिडेंट और बताती हूँ. My father was in army. He passed away like 3 years ago. But ये कोई 7-8 years ago, I was in India and we went to the army canteen and my sister and my dad went inside and I was outside. And I saw that people are bringing the trolleys and they were just, they didn't even putting the trolley in, you know, in a place where they had a trolley space where you can park the trolleys. जो carts हैं जिनको आप कहते हो, grocery की carts होती हैं.
Yes.
वो लोग ऐसे ही रख के जा रहे थे. And I felt so bad कि why they are doing it. And you will not believe it. I was there and I collected all the trolleys and people were looking at me. I was like, what's wrong with this woman? You know, because I was definitely dressed up. You can easily figure it out that I was not from India. You know, dress up से 1 minute में पता चल जाता है लोगों को, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. So they were like this, that she is doing it. Why I was doing it? Because I was indirectly teaching them this lesson that please put it on the right place. I didn't say to anyone, but I just did it. So कुछ देख के शायद सीख ले कोई. I don't know किसी ने सीखा कि नहीं सीखा, but I did it. So that's what I'm saying. So आप अपने को चेंज मत करो दूसरे के लिए बुरा negatively. कुछ अच्छा सीखना है तो yes, learn it from others, right? That's right. Okay, guys.
Yes.
So hopefully, so I will see you next Saturday, same time. Okay, and please comment karo videos. Previously, I have hundreds of videos. इसी तरह के lessons हैं. Practice with those lessons. We covered so much, so many articles we covered about global warming and so many. I mean, so many topics we already covered. And if you are a student, are learning language, are preparing for competition, a competitive exams, you need to go through all and interact with it and practice it actively. ये नहीं कि learning is not helpful at all. You have to do it actively if you want to enhance your skills in every domain, right? And be inspired and that's important. Creativity is the highest skill, the highest skill. Memorization is the least, सबसे नीचे का skill है learning में. Memorization, rectification जिसको आप क्या कहते हो, मैं तो उसको rectification कहती हूँ कई बार कि रट्टे मार लो. That's not helpful at all. You are not using your brain at all. You are just parrot की तरह रट्टे मारना. वो education नहीं है. वो बहुत ही low level की education है. उससे बाहर निकलो. Okay. Okay, guys. So have a wonderful time. And you are in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, wherever you are. good night to you because I think it's too late at this time.
Good night, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
night.
See you
Good
next
night.
time.